Hello and welcome to the video number 1 of Mastering Microsoft Excel video series. In this video, we are going to get used to the interface of Microsoft Excel, and also we need to understand certain terminologies related to the interface. So in the upcoming videos, when I use that particular term, you should be able to go to the right place in the application. So let's go ahead and start looking at the interface and getting used to the interface and the terminologies. When we talk about Microsoft Excel, there are different versions of this application available in the market. So what is the latest version available for Microsoft Excel at the time of recording this video, which is February 24th, 2025. So let's go to Google and check it out. What is the latest version available in the market? There are two types of versions available for Excel. One is the 365, another one is the standalone version. 365 is like a cloud, a subscription type of buying the application. So when you buy 365, the advantage is as and when a new formula or feature is introduced, you would get it immediately. You don't have to buy the another version to get that updated things in your Excel. Whereas the next type of Excel application available in the market is a standalone, which is like versions as and when a new things comes up in the latest version, you have to disregard this older version and buy the new version and install that. So the subscription type is Microsoft 365, which you can see over here on the top of the screen, but it's not free, but it has its own pricing versions, which I'm not getting into it because our objective of the video is not selling Microsoft product here. The standalone version, if you see here, is Microsoft Office 2021. So you need to decide which is your way of using Excel or the right way of using Excel. Suppose if you are a person who really want to have the updated things always, then you should think about going for purchasing the Microsoft 365 pricing. Or if you are a person who would not love to go for new things, you really want, your requirement is very limited and you're okay with any standalone version, then yes, you can go for any type of standalone version. But the version which I would be using is 365 during this video. But if you have Microsoft Office 2010 or later, you will see the entire thing in the same way. So whatever I'm explaining you is also available in your versions as well in the same place. But as and when there is a difference comes in, especially related to the formula or the feature, I will definitely let you know very specific to the versions. Yeah. So let's get to the interface and start exploring about this interface right now. So now let's go ahead and open the Microsoft Excel application from my system. So I go to the start button here, and to open the Microsoft Excel, I'm going to go to the search box and I'm going to type EXCE. You can see it's coming up on the top. Certain versions, if you have a standalone version, it shows the version here itself, like Excel 2013, Excel 2010, Excel 2016 or 2021. It shows that right away in the start menu itself. If you're a 365 user, it does not show you here. You might have to open the application, get into it, and then you have to check out in the account level to know what version you're using. Even in 365, you do have different versions. I told you, but we are not getting into it right now. So let's click on the Excel. So when you click from the start menu, it opens up and it lands in the place called Backstage View. The view what you're looking at right now is called Backstage View. What are the things I will be seeing in Backstage View? The first thing, it will show you the list of files which you have been working recently, which you could see here, and any file which you use very frequently, you can mark them as favorite so that you don't have to search for it every time. You can directly go to the favorites section and then you can access it right away. I will also show you how do you make a particular file as a favorite so that you don't have to search for it next time. And the last but not the least, the third part is if a person has shared their Excel report with you through the OneDrive or some other sharing option, that will be reflecting under the shared with me. That means when you collaborate and work with others, those files will be reflecting and showing here. So I'm a 365 user where I do have a OneDrive option and a sharing option, so I can share it to the other user, and me and the other user can collaborate and work on the same file, which is equivalent to the older versions like sharing and tracking options which we had. Now for 365, they've given this to us in terms of OneDrive access, which we will speak in detail during that sharing options when we touch the respective topic. Yeah, so these are three things which you will see upfront at your face when you open it. The next thing is whether you would love to how do you want to start the work on Excel? Do you want to create a Excel file right from the scratch, everything from the scratch? Then you should go for blank workbook. Or if you want to take up any pre-built Excel files which is ready for you, or something which you're searching, you don't want to do it from the beginning, you want take a model and then customize it, then you can definitely go for templates. But my suggestions is going for templates at this point of time when you guys are learning is not the right choice, because when you want to customize it, you should know how to use the application. Only then you should know where to go for certain customizations. Yeah, so that's why I'm saying I don't recommend the templates. It's too early right now. So let's say we're going to start from the scratch, so I can directly go ahead and click on this blank workbook and start working. The rest is all quite straightforward. I'm not going to explain it by just reading it again from the screen, like open. Okay, account is nothing but I told you that to find out which version you're using is here. It shows me I'm using 365 version, and feedback and options is nothing but which is meant purely for customizing the application specific to your user or to yourself. Yeah, or for all the Excel files you want to do something, this is the place you will come and customize it. We will speak in detail at the respective topic. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and choose blank workbook in the startup. So when I click blank workbook, now you can see we are into the Excel screen. We do not see that initial screen what we saw. What do we mean by initial screen is this? What is this screen is called? Okay, so that's the first term which we're going to go through. The initial screen what you guys saw is called backstage view. So whenever I say go to backstage view, the way you will navigate is clicking on the file menu. That will take you to the backstage view. Whenever you want to come to the screen where you see the rows and columns, you need to press the escape. So you will be there in the normal Excel screen. So backstage view is meant for certain operations like opening an existing file, seeing recent files, and the rest of things are pretty self-explanatory. When you see over here, those kind of actions, when you want to do it, this is the place you will come and do it. Yeah, I'm going to press escape key on my keyboard to come to the so the shortcut key to navigate is Alt F is to take you to that particular. See, watch this. When I want to go to the backstage view, I press Alt F. I'm there in the backstage view. When I press escape, I am out of the backstage view. So I can click escape to come out of it. So to get into and to exit. So that's the key. Now, what's the next terminology which we need to know is, let me show you something. Highlight it and show it to you. These words, what you see on the top, they are called tabs. So it's like a menu system. So you go for accessing any particular tool, you need to go to the respective menu, right? The same way here, you will be going to the respective tab, home tab, insert tab. Each of these tabs in turn will keep the respective tools inside another group. They are called groups. Like you can see the word function library, Python preview, defined names. Let me show you that by going to another tab. These are called groups actually. So the groups will vary for each tab. So the reason why we have to know about these tabs and groups. So when I want you to go to a specific tool, the way I will be talking to you in the video is, let's say for example, I want you guys to go and pick up this wrap text. The way I will be navigating is, first you have to go to the home tab and look under the alignment group, and that's where you will see wrap text. So even if you go to Microsoft website for learning something, these are the terms they will be using to tell you this is the place it is located. Yeah, terms what we have seen is tabs and groups. After understanding Backstage View, tabs and groups, the next important thing which you need to understand is Quick Access Toolbar. Now, in my 20 years of training experience, I've never met an individual who uses all the formulas of Excel, all the tools of Excel. No, that is because the scope of your work in Excel is purely dependent on which industry you're working and what profile your work is. So let's say that there are certain tools you use very often in Excel, but you don't want to remember which tab has it, which group has it. You want to access them quickly. So whenever you want to access a tool quickly in Excel, you place that in an area called Quick Access Toolbar. Now, which area is called Quick Access Toolbar area? So let me first type that. What I'm talking here is Quick Access Toolbar, which is shortly called as QUAT. So if you see in my screen right below the group clipboard, so you can see these words like save, undo, new, auto save, print preview and print, open, sort, merge and center. These are actually away from the tabs and the groups, and this area is called Quick Access Toolbar area. Generally, Quick Access Toolbar will be appearing right above the ribbon. What do we mean by ribbon? The tab and the group, that rectangular structure is called ribbon. So it will be always appearing right above the ribbon like this. You can see in your screen also right above the word home. You can see this undo arrows and redo arrows. That's the place we are talking about. Let me give you a small example here. Let's say you want to open a existing Excel report. You don't know the shortcut key for it. So what you will be doing is you'll be going through the standard operations like file, then you go to open, then you go ahead and locate where the file is, and then you open it. Suppose you don't want to get into such thing, you want to, instead of going to the file and then clicking on open, if you want to access the open menu directly in a single click, you can activate that in the quick access toolbar area, and that will let you to use that option right away. Now you can see here, the challenge for me is, in my case, the open option is active, but the open option is reflecting as a small icon. So what is the only way to find out for me is keeping the mouse over each icon and seeing, okay, yeah, so this is open, so I need to click on it. So let's go and click on it, and that takes me to the open menu directly. So if you don't want to struggle by keeping the mouse pointer and finding out what that tool is, you can move the quick access toolbar right below the ribbon, so it shows with the words. Yeah. Second, you can keep any tool in Excel in the quick access toolbar area. If you don't want, you can also remove that tool from the quick access toolbar area. For both the actions, the way you will do it is simply right clicking on the tool. Example, if I don't want this merge and center in the quick access toolbar area, you can simply right click and remove from the quick access toolbar area. Suppose if you want to add it back again, there are two ways to do it. One way, you can click this downward arrow, look whether you have the merge and center already in the existing list. If not, you need to go to the more commands and you have to locate it. Here, instead of popular commands, you have to put it all commands, and that will start showing you all the features of Excel. Click on any one, type the letter M as in Mike, so that it takes you to the tools which are starting with the letter M, and look for the one which says merge and center. Then you add it, and then you click OK, then you come out, and that's how you add it. That's one way. But instead of going through such a lengthier process, you can do it much easier. Just go to the place where the tool is present. Here we have it in the home tab under the alignment. Right click on the tool which you want to add it to the quick access toolbar area. You will see the option add to quick access toolbar area. So click on it, and there you got it. So likewise, I can go to any tool here and I can simply activate it by using that right click option. And whenever I don't want it, right click and then remove it, then it gets removed from the quick access toolbar area. So that's how you add a tool and remove a tool from the quick access toolbar area. Now, One note you have to keep in mind is do not overpopulate this quick access toolbar area with a lot of things in. It doesn't solve that entire purpose of creating the quick access toolbar area in the Excel. The quick access toolbar area should be kept for specific things which you needed. For example, pivot table or charts. But if you have a lot of tools in your list, there is one more effective way of doing it. Let me show you that. This is going to be an interesting one, which is creating your own tab and adding groups and tools inside the group. So like you have home tab, insert tab, page layout tab, you can have your own tab under your name, under your company name, whatever it is, you can have your own tab. Let me tell you, one of the interesting thing which I've seen in my experience is certain companies, they will never have these standard tabs. They will have their own customized tabs for them. So when you open their Excel, you will be really surprised or taken back. Where is this home tab? Where is insert tab? You don't find it, but they have their own tabs kept for their specific work. So I'm going to show you how to do such work quickly right now. So let's get into that interesting work. Yeah. So how do we do it? First of all, right click on any one of the existing tab and go to the option customize ribbon. Okay, that will take you to this screen. Then just right hand side, you can see the existing tabs are reflecting over here. After whichever tab you want to create your custom tab, you can choose it. For example, here in this case, I want to create my new tab after the help tab. So I choose the help, and here is a button which says new tab. I click, and now the new tab is available here. I can right click on it to rename it. So I'm going to give the name as Hariharan. Click OK. So my new tab name is Hariharan. Now inside this new tab, I want to have two groups. Already by default, there is a group. So I'm going to select that and click this rename button. I'm going to say formatting group, and I want to create one more group. So click on new group, and I want to rename this group also. And I'm going to give the name as visuals. So let's click OK. So we got two groups. We have it. Now we need to add the tool inside this formatting group. How do I do that? Now I can go to this drop down and say all commands so that it shows all the options available in the Excel. So now I want to add the bold tool. So I press the letter B. It takes me to the feature starting with the letter B. Here is my option bold. I locate that and click add. So now you can see under the formatting group, the bold is added, and likewise I'm going to add borders. I'm just adding two. The same way you can add how many ever you wanted. So let me go to the visuals group, and here I want to add the fill color option. So fill color, sorry, yes, visual side, so we can add it. And I also want to add conditional formatting tool here, which is also one of the visual tool. I'm going to locate that in my list. So let's go here. We have it, add it. Fill color basically goes to this formatting group, so I can remove it if I don't want it. Right click and remove it, or I can even drag and place it. See, I can drag and place it. So chart, I want to add chart, so in the visual group. So let me first choose the visual group, and let's locate the chart. Here's a chart, so let's add that. So now I added a new tab, added two new groups, added certain tools inside. Let's click OK, and there is the magic. Here we have my own tab, and we have all the necessary. So that is what I'm talking about. So here you created your own tab and you got it. Now, small thing to keep in mind, this is specific to your computer. So when you change your laptop, when you log into different computers, this customizations will not be coming in automatically. In case if you want these customizations wherever you go and use it, you can actually export this customized and you can import it wherever you need it. So let me go back to that customize ribbon option. Look at this button at the bottom. It says export or import. So for us, export. So when I say export all customizations, it will take me keep this user interface customization. So I can store this wherever I wanted. Let's say I'm going to go ahead and put this, and I'm going to say Hariharan uh, customization. So this is file. I'm saving it and closing it. So when I log into a new system, all I have to do is just right click any one of the existing tab and go to customize ribbon. And this time, instead of export, you'll be importing that and you'll be using it in your site. Here is your customization, which you can import and start using that new tabs or the groups which you created. All right. So that is the most interesting part here. So guys, I hope in this video you understood the interface and the terms related to it. We also did a very interesting task, which is creating the customized tabs and the groups and the tools inside them. Yeah. So let's catch up in the video number 2 with much more informations on the Excel. Until then, take care of yourself. Signing off, Reran.